By the end of this video, I need you to understand something about self-improvement, but first, as always, subscribe and stick around to the end to implement these tips and tricks into your life. Now, you may have heard the terms instant and delayed gratification before, but if you haven't, I'll give you a quick explanation. Instant gratification is effectively easy dopamine, which are activities that are harmful to your health and also don't also are very easy to gain satisfaction from in a short amount of time. Whereas delayed gratification would be activities like going to the gym, where the pleasure and satisfaction you receive is much further along down the line. And many people promote delayed gratification because it's something that's going to be useful to your health. It helps build you up as a person. But within the branch of delayed gratification, you can also get instant and delayed gratification within that said branch. And it might seem confusing, but it will all make sense once this video is over for you. And the fact is, there are some activities that are commonly done on self-improvement that also give you that same kind of rush of dopamine, like just the same as if you were like eating junk food and stuff like that. Because when you do something like read a book, you finish a book, or you finish some like educational video, which is like helping you out in your health or whatever, you kind of get that rush of dopamine, thinking that you're actually kind of like making a lot of progress in like business or in the gym or whatever. You get that rush of dopamine because you finished the book, you finished the video, but you may have not actually made any progress. You may have not implemented the kind of stuff that you may have not implemented the kind of stuff that you read in the book. You may have not implemented the kind of stuff that you like saw in the educational video, and it may have ended up just being a waste of time, despite the fact that you still got the rush of dopamine, the rush of satisfaction. And this is why it's almost seemingly plausible to get addicted to these activities, because you feel like you're making progress, and it's a good thing, it's a good feeling to feel like you're making progress, but you're actually like not making a hell of a lot of progress. So you kind of just get stuck in this cycle of reading books, watching content, but not really finding the time and being able to implement this kind of stuff in your life. Because implementation is the most important part, and while the learning of this stuff, the reading of the books, the watching of the videos, while that is incredibly important, implementation is like a necessary like co-stage within like the like stages of learning and implementing and stuff like that. It's, you kind of get what I mean, but you have to implement something if you want to actually be making progress tangibly in the real world. And something as simple as implementing a book on like social skills and just like being able to make more friends and have a bigger impact on other people in their life is such a simple thing you can do. There are so many books out there that teach you on things like human nature, psychology and stuff like that, how to win friends and influence people. That's like one of the main ones that it'll probably be the first book that you may ever read when going on to self-improvement. That will probably be the first book you read. And the social skills that you see in that book are something that are quite simple to implement, even if you're just like going to school or going to work. It's something that you can implement in your daily life to actually progress your social skills as a person. And once you progress your social skills and stuff like that, that actually changes your life in a way. Instead of you just reading the book and then kind of carrying on with your daily life, you get the dopamine rush from finishing the book, but nothing is actually kind of changed in the like skills in your tangible world and stuff like that. And that's why people say that you can almost get addicted to things like self-improvement. You can get addicted to watching the content, and reading the books, but you may not actually be making any kind of tangible process. And it's the same process as being addicted to like stuff in the real world, like sugar and all that kind of stuff, because you feel like you get the rush of satisfaction, the rush of pleasure, but once it's all over, once that rush of pleasure is all over, unless you have implemented it, then nothing really changes. So you should train yourself to actually only really feel the satisfaction, feel the rush of dopamine, not once you finish the book. And I know it seems hard to not be able to feel the rush of dopamine once you finish a video, once you finish the book. You have to be able to feel the rush of dopamine once you have actually implemented the skill that you maybe learned, whether it's social skills, whether it's like something in the gym and stuff like that. Because that is how you progress and improve in life, instead of just being addicted to books, and which isn't such a bad thing, because eventually your subconscious may start to implement these kind of things, but it's better to consciously implement this stuff in your life at a quicker rate so that you end up progressing further in your self-improvement journey. But what if you're like addicted to things that actually kind of matter? Some people are like addicted to the gym in a way, like in a weird kind of way. They almost struggle to like take a rest day because they love working out, they love going to the gym so much. But the fact is, if they go to the gym so much, they're still progressing. It's not something that's it's not like watching a YouTube video or reading a book about the gym and then not going to the gym or not implementing the things that you read in the book in the gym. You are still going to the gym, you are still building muscle, and things about you are tangibly changing, but it's almost like you are still addicted and you are still hooked to the gym. So if these kind of things do end up taking away from your personal life and other aspects of your life, you genuinely feel like sad and you like suffer because you miss a gym session or something, maybe that's something that you should kind of look out for, so you don't kind of go down this rabbit hole of your dopamine being so reliant on like going to the gym. You kind of want to spread out the dopamine that you receive. You don't want to receive too much dopamine just from hitting a gym session, so you really want to hit the next one and stuff like that, because while you are progressing, while you are actively and tangibly building muscle, it can be something that gets in the way of your like real life and stuff. If you're so addicted to hitting the gym, you don't want to like go to school, or you don't want to do this or do that, spend time with your friends, because you just want to like consciously like spend so much time in the gym, and you struggle to go out with your family and go out with your friends because you may be missing like a session or something like that. And maybe that is something that, if that is your current situation, it could be something that you look into. Because I know when I started to go to the gym, I immediately wanted to just like go every single day, and there was a few days where I wouldn't be able to go just because of things that came up, and I'd just be sad and I'd suffer because of it. And I started to realize that had anything really changed from previous addictions that I'd currently like had in like the rest of my childhood, because I was just addicted to another thing. And while it's more positive, while it is something that's going to be good for me in the long term, I have to be able to balance and moderate this so that it doesn't just take over my life. And now missing a gym session doesn't have such a big impact on like my mental health. And while obviously I strive to not miss a gym session, because like if I have the time I will, if I do because of unavoidable circumstances, it doesn't end up like ruining my day and ruining my week and stuff like that. So I hope you found value at this video. I hope you understand the steps that you need to take to not be so addicted to learning and actually start to be able to try implement this kind of stuff, and to understand how you can still sort of be addicted to things inside of self-improvement which sort of seemingly are still good for you, but it may be taking away from other aspects of your life that you also could need to improve as well. So with that, I recommend subscribing, because I love this community of young tribal people who are willing to improve themselves so much more than they already have. And good luck.